Welcome, my name is Patricia Lessard and I'm a facilitator of the Breakthrough Parenting Program designed by Dr. Jane A. Major of Santa Monica, California. You can follow me on Facebook. My page is Breakthrough Parenting, taught by Patricia Lessard, and you can check out my webpage, www.theplaceinthegrove.com. This video is the third one on self-esteem, and I want to elaborate more on the technique of catch them being good for a motivator and a builder of positive self-esteem, and why we want to catch them being good. So of all the methods for raising children, there is one that stands out as superior to all the rest, and that is catch them being good. Don't catch them being bad. When you think about when you catch them being good, you're reinforcing the positive behavior. If you're catching them being bad and reprimanding them, disciplining them, or punishing them for the bad behavior, then you're reinforcing that if they have a craving for attention. The most important method for raising healthy children and with a positive, healthy self-esteem is to catch them being good. One of our fundamental self-esteem needs, as noted when we were talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is the need for appreciation from other people. Therefore, it is important to acknowledge your children when they meet their agreements and grow into their abilities. So acknowledging that, catching them being good, it creates a pride in themselves, and they feel good. So think about it. If you do something and you do something good, you do something well, and someone says, way to go, job well done, I really like those were really creamy mashed potatoes you made tonight. You feel good, and the next time you're going to strive to make the mashed potatoes just as good so that you can get that. But if nobody acknowledges it, then you don't know when you're doing good, you don't feel good about yourself. Or say now if someone catches you bad and you really did a lousy job on the mashed potatoes, and they said, oh wow, those were probably some of the worst mashed potatoes I've ever eaten. So next, you're going to feel bad, you're not going to feel good about yourself. The next time you're making mashed potatoes, you may be worried about them not turning out well, you're going to be worried about someone making a negative comment. So you're going to be out of balance, and you're going to be a little agitated. And remember when we talked about way back in the beginning, the two primary emotions are love and fear. So, and we want to be in more in a love state where we're centered and balanced, as opposed to a fear state where we're not centered and we're off balance. So if you're catching someone when they're doing well, you're helping them be balanced and center and positive, and a positive self-esteem, as opposed to when you catch them being bad or doing something not so well and you focus on that, then you move them into a fear state. They become unbalanced and they become agitated. So I hope that adequately explains that. So if you would like to make a big difference in the quality of your family life right now, and to raise each person's self-esteem immediately, use catch them being good. Once you begin this practice, you will see an improvement in your relationships with everyone. Because isn't it the goal to help children learn self-empowerment and to find their true self, rather than to be good simply to please others, which is part of their false self? Can it be that simple? You betcha. Think about those things that you do competently, things that you do with pride. How did you learn how to do those things? How did you learn to be good at those things? A lot of times it was repetition, or someone may have been teaching you and telling you, good job, well done, way to go. So someone said you figured it out, you did good. So these are the things so you were caught doing well, and that helped reinforce your learning curve. Catch them being good is not merely rewarding children for conforming to your will. Many parents will say, I'm proud of you, which is actually more of like a control method. Instead, I suggest parents say, you must be very proud of yourself. So when you're encouraging children to be proud of themselves, that helps them be more inner directed. Whereas if you say, I'm proud of you, then they're looking for their valuation and their self-esteem from outside. Children still need us to be proud of them. They need to believe that we're proud of them, but we also need to encourage them to be proud of themselves. Being proud of themselves, they're good because it makes themselves happy. When we're proud of them, they're motivated to be good to make us happy. Can you see the difference? In the past, praising had been used as an authoritarian method of manipulating children into doing what the authority figure wants. This is needless control. The goal needs to be for children to become inner directed rather than outer directed. The only reason that you know how to do anything is usually someone has taught you. Then they gave you a reality check when you did it well by telling what you had completed the task correctly. Catch them being good captures the essence of how people learn to be self-actualized. If you believe that there are no mistakes, only lessons, you can help children capture the value of the lesson to be learned. This technique is key to helping children develop a rational mind. Catch them being good can completely turn around the negative, fearful energy in a family. I like a quote by Henry Matisse, there are always flowers for those that want to see them. A person's point of view, perception, and attitude influences all that they do in life. If we see children as out of control, then we may feel a need to control them. If we see them as capable of self-discipline, then we are more likely to help them develop the understanding and behavior that promotes self-discipline. Now, of course, everyone makes mistakes, and when we're learning to do something, we make lots of mistakes, and our children will be making lots of mistakes. So why do people make mistakes, and what is the best way to handle them when they occur? Making mistakes is one of the primary ways we learn. When we take pictures, did you expect that every picture was going to turn out perfect? No, you had a mistake now and then. Mistakes happen when we are trying to find our way. We learn from our results, and we use that information from our mistakes to design a better plan. Too many people do not understand mistakes. They see them as failures. It is only by trying different things that we grow at all. Mistakes are an essential part of the process of being successful. It is a criterion of successful people that they are not afraid of making mistakes. We need to create an atmosphere where our children feel comfortable making mistakes. The only problem with making the mistake is if you don't learn from it and try again. If you you make the mistake and you just give up. Mistakes can actually make people more determined and confident. But what does it require? A healthy self-esteem. I use the example when I'm working with parents, and I use the example of when a baby is learning to walk. They fall over and over and over again, and what do we do when they fall? We clap our hands and we encourage them to get up again. Let's never lose that magic and joy with our children. There are no mistakes, there are only lessons. When people take the attitude of growing from their mistakes, they only have lessons, not failure. Remember, building positive self-esteem is a continuous process. Thank you.